Hi everybody! Welcome back to Way Public Library's virtual story time. My name is Miss Alyssa, and today we will be doing a story time all about different types of food. We'll be reading 3 books about food and doing a song and one game in between. We have to start story time with our opening song, and Miss Alyssa likes to do the open shut them song with your fingers. So go ahead and open your hands and I'll start our song. Ready? Open, shut them, give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them, right up to your chin, chin, chin. Now open wide your little mouth, but do not put them in. All right, great job with that starting song. Now let's begin our first book. Our first book together today is called Little Mouse's Big Breakfast. Let's get reading. On a crisp, cold day, as the night crept in, a hungry little mouse discovered he had nothing to nibble for breakfast the next morning. He had searched every sunflower for a seed and every bush for a berry, but all the food was gone. There was nothing to be found at home. Luckily, Little Mouse knew just where to go. He scampered along the path, up, up, up the drain pipe, until finally Little Mouse hopped through an open window. And there, on the table, was a bright blueberry. Well, Little Mouse loved a bright blueberry. A bright blueberry would be just perfect for a Little Mouse's breakfast. Little Mouse was just about to go home when he spotted something else. A rosy red apple. There it is. Well, Little Mouse loved a rosy red apple. A rosy red apple would be delicious with a bright blueberry for a Little Mouse's breakfast. But then, behind the rosy red apple, Little Mouse discovered some crunchy cookies. A bunch of cookies. And behind the crunchy cookies he found a chunk of cheese, a plump pickle, a spicy sausage, and a sweet, sticky cupcake with a cherry on top. Little Mouse wasn't sure if these things would be particularly delicious, but he decided to take them anyways. Little Mouse had everything balanced when he spotted something special, something very tasty, something he knew would be just perfect for breakfast. A shiny, striped sunflower seed. What luck! Little Mouse loved a shiny, striped sunflower seed. A shiny, striped sunflower seed was his favorite. But just as he reached out to pick it up, crash! Uh-oh. Little Mouse wasn't the only one looking for breakfast. Can you see that shadow there? The big black cat loved a Little Mouse. A Little Mouse was his favorite. A Little Mouse would be just perfect for a big black cat's breakfast. Luckily, Little Mouse knew exactly what to do. He hopped out the window and scampered down, down, down the drain pipe until finally Little Little Mouse was home. And so, on a crisp, cold morning, Little Mouse had his first bite of breakfast. It was perfect. But it was small, and it was getting smaller. Little Mouse wasn't worried, though. He knew just where to go. Next door. The end. Whoa, so he's gonna try the neighbor's house next. But what do you spot at the neighbor's house? This time there's 3 kitty cats. You better be careful. Okay, I think we're gonna do a game before we do our next book. Are you ready to do a little activity together? Now let's play a game called Wiggle Worm. This game involves a bunch of cards that have different pictures on them. Some of the cards are going to have pictures of a little worm, like this guy. And when you see a worm card, we all shout, "Wiggle worm," and then we wiggle, 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 wiggle in our seat. Or you can stand up and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle in your place and then sit back down. I'm just going to stay in my seat because I don't want to knock my camera over. But you guys can play along at home by standing up and wiggling to your worm and then sitting back down. So let's start our game. What do you see on this card here? A strawberry. And this card? Cherries. A pear. Carrot. Cherries again. It's a little stuck. A wiggle worm! Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right. Let's see. What is that? Pineapple. Orange. Grapes. Banana. Apple. Wiggle worm. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right, let's see. Cherries. Pear. Pineapple. Carrot. A pear again. Oh, what's that one? It's a watermelon. Slice of watermelon. Wiggle worm. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. All right, ready to keep going? Orange. Strawberry. Banana. Wiggle worm. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. An apple. Grapes. Watermelon. Wiggle worm. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And that was our last card. Great job with that game, everybody. Now, let's move on to our next book. Next, we will be reading Hungry Bunny by Claudia Ruda. Here I come. Can you hear my tummy rumble? I'm one hungry bunny. It's time for a red, delicious, and hard to reach apple. Maybe you could help. Could you please shake the book so that the apples fall down? I can give it a try. Shake, shake, shake. Not the leaves. Can you blow them away? That's much better. Thank you. Oh no, my scarf has blown away too. It's stuck in the book, and I'm still hungry. Could you help me grab my scarf? There it is. Will you place my scarf here for me to hold? And hold it tight. That. I can use it to climb the tree and pick those tasty apples. Just one more. Great teamwork. I got them all. Can you hang on to that scarf for me? Whoops, I'm running late. What an uphill battle. Wait a minute. Why am I going uphill? We can fix that. Can you tilt the book for me? Easy as pie. Now my wheels are turning. Why don't we have even more fun? Can you rock the book back and forth? Let's see if that works. Woo, zoomy! Keep going. And get ready to turn! Uh-oh. Get ready to tumble. Oops. I guess I upset the apple cart. Where are all the apples? Here they are. I'll just pick these up. On the road again. But what's this? Hey, I think I'm going to need some help. Can you use my scarf to make a bridge? Okay, here we go. There. Perfect. Thank you. I'm at the end of my rope. Good thing I'm almost home. I'm stuck. Could you give me a push, please? Push. Pop. Right on time for Mom's apple pie. Not a bad apple in the bunch. Yum. We saved a piece for you. The end. All right. Great job listening to that story. Let's move on to another book. Now let's read If You Give a Cat a Cupcake by Laura Numeroff. If you give a cat a cupcake. If you give a cat a cupcake, he'll ask for some sprinkles to go with it. When you give him sprinkles, he might spill some on the floor. Cleaning up will make him hot, so you'll give him a bathing suit and take him to the beach. He'll want to go in the water and build a sandcastle too. Then he'll look for seashells. He'll find a few other things as well. He'll put them in his pail and try to pick it up, but it'll be too heavy. He'll decide he needs to work out at the gym. First, he'll warm up on the treadmill. Then he'll lift a weight or two. He might even try a karate class. After the gym, he'll want to go to the park. When you get there, he'll see the rocks. He'll climb as high as he can go. At the top, he'll see the lake. He'll want you to take him rowing. He'll be the captain, and you'll have to row. Then he'll notice the merry-go-round and want to go for a ride. He'll want you to ride too. You'll choose the horse with the purple mane, and he'll go on the whale. The whale will remind him of the science museum. He'll ask you to take him there. First, he'll find the dinosaurs. And then he'll visit the Hall of Apes. When the museum closes, you'll be the last to leave. On the way home, you'll pass the beach. You'll help him gather all his things. Then he'll want to race you. When you get home, he'll empty the sand from his shoes. He might spill some on the floor. Seeing the sand on the floor will remind him of the sprinkles. He'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him some sprinkles, he'll want a cupcake to go with them. The end. Thank you for listening to all of our stories today. And now we need to end story time with our goodbye song. I hope all those stories about food didn't make you too hungry. Now to finish up story time, we need to do the end of our Open Shut Them song. So why don't you go ahead, open up your fingers like this, and I'll sing the end of our song. Open, shut them, give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, crawl them, creep them, crawl them, right up to your chin, chin, chin. Now open wide your little mouth, but do not put them in. And now we have to walk them, walk them, walk them, walk them, right down to your toes, toes, toes. And lift them to the sky and touch them to your nose. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, just like this, this, this. Roll them, roll them, roll them, roll them, and blow a little kiss. Mwah. Bye. I'll see you next time.